for me showing up at this time in the world, I need to have my healers and my mentors and my channelers close by. And Stephanie is the one that I trust and feel so very deeply, not only by her talent, not only by her capacity to really tune in, but she does it with unconditional love. That actually make me cry, because that is a very, very important thing right now. I'm so grateful to have Stephanie in my ecosystem of support and healers, and I can't imagine being alive right now without her. So I thank you, Stephanie, always.
What Stephanie is offering is an opportunity for you to receive on both levels, because she is giving you the opportunity to ask those questions that you never get to ask, to levels of consciousness that you can choose. And she has that capacity. She's like a switching mechanisms between frequency bands, and she can move effortlessly between them. And she's just expressing what is there. She's not filtering it through what she thinks. She's a very, very clean channel, and that's a real gift and an ability to be with. And for that privilege of being able to be with her and receive cleanly through her, you're getting the opportunity to give back in a way that restores the planet for you and your children.
I first experienced Stephanie doing a reading for a group of people, about a dozen people or so. And what amazed me is that Stephanie operates at a much higher frequency of energy than most people are aware that exists. I'm aware of that it exists. So when I see somebody coming to this work with such integrity and such high vibration, I was captivated.
I originally met Stephanie through a dear friend and colleague in the Seattle area who raved about this woman that she'd met who was an intuitive channel. And she thought she might be a good fit for my radio show, Sunny in Seattle. And I get approached I feel very blessed, but I get approached very often with intuitives who want to share their work on the radio waves. And so I connected with Stephanie to get to know her, hear her story, and find out if she would be a good fit. And I scheduled this while I was waiting on my car to be serviced at the dealership, because I thought it would be a quick conversation and I could hear a little bit about her and then, see if it was the right fit. And what ended up happening was we got on the phone and Stephanie said, well, let me just give you a taste of my work. And I thought, well, okay. And so mind you, I'm sitting in the car dealership waiting area with my headphones in, and Stephanie starts channeling for my higher self, which is one of the many, beings that she can tap into as a part of her skill set, which is just incredible. That's another thing that makes her unique. But I'm sitting in the car dealership. She starts channeling my higher self. And I immediately start crying, because it is as they call, evidential spiritual work. there were things that she was hitting on that nobody could have known about me. She was hitting places so deep in my heart and my soul that really very few, if any, intuitives that I can recall have ever been able to get to. And so I'm crying in the car dealership and I'm thinking, I have got to get to know this woman better. And of course, I want to have her on my show and I want her in my life and all of the things. And so over the course of the last several years since that time, she has been our featured guest at some Sacred Supper Club dinners that we do periodically. She has been on the radio show. I think she's probably one of the top 3 most frequent guests on Sunny in Seattle, because I love her, as do all of our listeners. And she has just been such a huge lifeline in my life for the wisdom that she has brought through, not only from my higher self, but in subsequent sessions from guides that I didn't even know that I had, that she helped me identify, transitioned loved ones when my ex-husband passed away. So from that very first moment in the car dealership, crying in front of everyone, to now, Stephanie has been a huge part of not only my personal, but my professional life.
I consider working with Stephanie a complete shortcut to really analyzing myself and my relationships with others, and many other things that you might otherwise work through, say, in a therapeutic session. And in particular, I could say she has helped me with setting boundaries, particularly with my daughter, who had been very ill for a while. And so our energetic boundaries were getting very enmeshed. And by understanding how to work with energy, separate and apart from the channeling, I really was able to really make that relationship work amazingly well.